We back. I am, of course, trying to make this a full-on episode. So, we here, man. Happy New Year's Eve, folks. Happy New Year's Eve. Um, Reflections of the Maker. Cheers to a New Year's Eve. If y'all logging in, joining me on YouTube. Uh, Yeah, I don't actually know what. Well, I know what I want to talk about, but I kind of want to like walk through it. Want to reflect on some of the things that I was able to accomplish this season. Not just this season. I mean, this year, not this season. This year, and I also want to kind of look at things going forward. But I want to talk about the kind of some updates that we had this year. One of those um, being just getting back into my groove as an artist. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about um, really finding myself when it comes to bird dogs. Um, yes, Bubba, come here. And then y'all meet Bubba. Meet Bubba. Cheers to Mr. Bubba. It's my granddaddy's dog. So those of y'all that have been paying attention to some of my other content, my hunting content and the live streams there, the morning live streams, y'all know or would have known or would have heard that my granddaddy is transitioning right now. And I'd actually had a whole bunch of content, a whole bunch of videos from that hunt that accidentally got deleted uh, from my memory card, just wrestling around with the GoPro app, and I accidentally deleted it. Um, so that being said, I do have one clip that I just so happened to get. Um, I just so happened to get on my iPhone the actual last bird of the day. The spade pointed, had a good time there. So, that was cool. But I've got that clip, and I'll put that in the video, the final video when I edit this. And really also just talking about what I want to do going forward with like minimalism and my pursuit of just becoming, diving more and more into myself and myself as an artist and so on and so forth. What's up, folks? How are y'all? Happy New Year's Eve. Cheers. Um, so, one of those things is really just boiling it down to the nuts and bolts of production, right? Like not really getting into um, a whole lot of things, but the things that I'm most interested in and the most productive for me. So like I'm gonna start cutting out certain forms of social media and really just dialing in to what me as an artist have been most, cheers my friends, me as an artist I've been most driven towards, that being Substack. You can find my Lamar C, so Lamarcy, Substack, and I'll have that on there. But then also YouTube and doing more of this. I think I've done a lot with YouTube this season, and I'm really excited about what I want to do. The walk and talk with the dogs, the walk hunt and drive with the dogs. Um, really developing that on the American Soul channel, but then also on my personal channel, my Lamar C channel, just exploring guitar, man. I'm really excited about that. We here in the studio just reflecting. I want to talk about the piece behind me that I call Goliath. And some of my plans for that artistically, and also shout out, go to americansoul.com and get your grassroots bag of coffee. That's another thing that I was excited about in 2025 was this collaboration and this partnership, americansoul.com. You can go ahead and get it. But I was really excited about that partnership and collaboration. I'm also excited about Field and Stream, Pack Provisions. Check them out. New partners this season. Bubba, my little studio dog. Come here, buddy. Come here. Hold on. So, my little studio dog here. Hey, thank you so much. Fishing with Zay, my friends. Thank you so much, my friend. But Field and Stream has been great partners with us. Here you go, man. There you go. They've been good partners with us this season. I'm really excited about that. But my hunts have been great. I feel like I also just have a lot more focus. I feel like I have a lot more to offer in terms of just delivering the type of content that really reflects on who I am as an artist, as a hunting guide, as an outdoors person, but as a creator, right? Like, and really showcasing that in 2025, I felt like I was able to really dive in and deliver on those aspects of content building. I think going forward, man, as we get into the future in 2026, like, things that people are going to be really interested in, like who you are as an individual. And I think that's going to be important as we go forward. You know, I'm grateful to, hold on, you know, I'm working on it now, but grateful to be, you know, working on my own guitar, like building my own guitar. I just put the nitrocellulose on it. You know, being able to do that, again, doing things by hand, really diving into the things that come most natural to me and the things that I most care about and I most enjoy, and what they say, dealing with what's in your bag. Thank you so much, guys. But really diving into like who I am, and like really just deal, and I say this to anybody else, like, the way that we continue to showcase who we are, and really like use these platforms for good, is just let people know who you are, man. And like, however rough that is, however polished it is, whatever your style is, like, show that to the world. And I really feel like I was able to do that this year through my partnerships. You know, my dogs, man, like, I love the dogs that I've got now, the bird dogs that I've got now. They're getting the job done for me, and that's important to me. You know, I might be losing my grandfather this year, but I'm also able to say job well done, you know, to him. And frankly, like, you know, we went to check on him yesterday. He's not in his body anymore, but he's still breathing. His heart is still there. So hopefully we cross the 2024 threshold with him. You know what I'm saying? You know, with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. But and cheers to him, man. Like, cheers to having a role model and being zero tolerance with what you care about, right? Zero tolerance about success. I feel like I was able to really speak to that, like, really control the energy that's around and control, again, what's in my bag. So let's talk about this piece here. This piece I'm gonna call Goliath. Hold on. So I started this piece just with the tag for my, like, just for my, and it was son and son. So my daughter, S-U-N, my son, S-O-N, right? And just the metaphor behind that. But this piece I'm gonna do called Goliath, and I'm actually excited to, I kind of started developing it on my, you know, as I, you know, kind of sit here with it. I'm thinking about doing like a guitar inspired, like, burst type deal on it, like a tobacco burst kind of deal on it. And then using a nitrocellulose as a coat sealer. Like, it, I don't know, like, as I go through building my own guitar, I'm then inspired to use some of those same techniques on this painting. And I think that's pretty cool to be able to do. It's big. I'm also glad to kind of work flat again, right? Like be kind of thinking about not thinking so much about dimension, like that piece right there, a lot of body, a lot of just material. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's great, but I um I want to really be able to just work in a two-dimensional way, and it's been a minute since I have done that. Um, so that's also one of the things that I'm looking forward to going into 2025. Let me see, move this up. Sorry, y'all. Trying to get y'all the best shot, and it's kind of awkward. Um, but yeah, doing like a first kind of vibe on it, and then these things I'm gonna call infinity threes, like doing a three, and then they'll eventually turn into like a version of a stenciled infinity symbol. Um, doing that in gold and then gold spray paint and then gold leaf. Um, Also excited to do it in oil paint and figure out how to use spray paint with oil paint with nitrocellulose lacquer over top of it to get like just taking those things that I'm learning about guitars and applying it to my paintings. And that's kind of what I've been trying to figure out with my artwork is like, how do you do that, right? Um, Also, next season, we're going to work on some new partnerships in the art world. I can't say right now because I want to wait, but we want to be able to be, myself and my wife, want to be able to offer you guys some services and some wisdom and some knowledge from our career and the things that we've, just come along with, over time. Um, yeah, man, like it's finding 2026 or 2025. We had quite a bit of loss. I lost, Vegas. Um, the end of 24, going into 25. Um, my oldest pointer, um, sold off a lot of those. But this year, I just really feel like this year was not a purge in the sense of purging people, but I had a couple friends pass away on me. My grandfather is transitioning out. A couple friends leave the country. Like 2025 is a year of closure in a lot of different ways, for good and for bad. However you feel about it, it really is. Um, but that closure is a positive thing, and it should open us up to new ideas, new directions, new opportunities, man. And that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to leveling up, my own painting. I've been really pushing my practice. The end of this year, we closed out with a couple really awesome commissions right at the end. Three of them that were more or less back to back, and that's how you want to close out the year as an artist, like doing that. So I'm grateful that again I'm using as a kid, man. Like I've always dreamed of being an artist. That's all I've wanted to do as when people say, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I want to be an artist, and I'm glad to do so. I'm glad to get back to who I am aesthetically, man. Like really caring about some of the vintage pieces and vintage pieces of clothing and things, Ralph Lauren, this and that I was like, the fireworks and my kids are hollering. But yeah, man, I'm just excited to get back to. I feel like although that I've lost quite a bit this year, I'm also very much so getting back to who I am as a person, as an artist, and really showcasing to you guys as a content creator who I am as well. So before my recording dies, I want to say like and subscribe, follow my channels, subscribe to our newsletter on americansoul.com, or sportinglifenotebook.com, and just be with us, man. Like I'm for the longest time, I've really felt like I didn't have any much direction with the content that I was working on in the video and this and that. And now I feel like I'm getting back to that. So, on one end, I'm not going to cut the live stream off, but on one end to the recording video and the edit that I'm doing. Y'all, thank y'all for joining and subscribing. And stay tuned for more on 2026. Yeah, so for my live stream folks, man, I just really I'm trying to put this stuff up and multitask and do some dual purpose stuff. It is Georgia, and yeah, how are y'all doing for New Year's, man? Now that I got my video recorded, how y'all doing for New Year's? If you're in the comments, let me know. But it has been a good year. I hope that you guys also appreciate the content stuff that I have been putting together. I want to do some more informational stuff too, like some of the what I would call like thoughts, essay type stuff. Some of the other videos that were a little more informative. I want to get back to doing some more of those. But yeah, everything that I do, man, I'm just really finding out I want it to come down to what's in my own hand, and doing what feels most natural and organic to me. That just matters. Like it really just matters to be able to just dial into self. I think that's important. So yeah, man, that's all we got going on. I've got a few more things coming at the top of 2026, some new designs and products that I'm putting out. We were able to sell out of 50 of our ornaments to Beretta Gallery, so that was great. Thank everybody that purchased an ornament from us. We've got keychains and stuff coming at the top of the year, and some few other things. I'm actually really going to push some of the handmade stuff that I've done in the past, bring that forth, because I think it was really cool. I just didn't know how to put it out there, and show you guys a little bit more about, I guess, who I am as an artist and what it is that I have to bring to the world, and I think that's important. So yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we gonna catch y'all on the flip side. Happy New Year, and let's go in strong again. All right, folks, thanks again.